Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. Have you ever wondered what makes a truly great language teacher? See, language is more than just vocabulary and grammar. It's a gateway to understanding different cultures, perspectives, and ways of life. A skilled language teacher doesn't just impart knowledge, they ignite a passion for communication and exploration. In this video, we're going to delve into the secrets of effective language teaching. Get ready to unlock a world of insights as we embark on this exciting journey together. First and foremost, a strong language teacher needs, you guessed it, strong language proficiency. We're talking about a deep understanding of grammar, a nuanced vocabulary, and spot-on pronunciation. A great teacher understands the subtle cultural nuances embedded in language, the unspoken rules that can make or break communication. Knowing a language inside and out allows a teacher to break down complex concepts into digestible pieces for their students. Think about it. Have you ever had a teacher who could explain something complicated in a way that suddenly made it crystal clear? That's the power of strong language proficiency in action. Now, imagine this. You're in a classroom and the teacher is speaking, but their words seem to just bounce off the walls. Effective language teachers are masters of communication. They know how to explain things clearly, using language that resonates with their students' level of understanding. But it's not a one-way street. Great teachers are also phenomenal listeners. They pay attention to their students' questions, their struggles, and their aha moments. Because let's face it, learning a new language can be intimidating, and a teacher who listens with empathy can make all the difference. Let's be real, learning a new language can be tough. The best language teachers understand that everyone learns at their own pace and that mistakes are a natural part of the process. Instead of getting frustrated, they provide the support and encouragement students need to overcome those hurdles. They celebrate small victories and remind students that every step forward, no matter how small, is a step in the right direction, because ultimately it's about creating a learning environment where students feel safe to stumble, to experiment, and to grow. Language is so much more than just words. It's a reflection of a culture's history, values, and beliefs. A great language teacher understands this deeply and weaves cultural awareness into every aspect of their teaching. They go beyond textbook dialogues and introduce students to the music, the food, the customs, the very essence of the culture behind the language. Because in the end, learning a new language is about building bridges between cultures. And that starts with understanding and appreciation. Let's face it, no two students are the same. Each one comes to the classroom with their own unique learning style, their own strengths and weaknesses, their own quirks. Effective language teachers are like chameleons. They can adjust their teaching methods to meet the diverse needs of their students. Some students might thrive in a highly structured environment, while others need more freedom to explore. A great teacher recognizes these differences and tailors their lessons accordingly. It's about creating a dynamic learning experience that keeps students engaged and excited to learn. Gone are the days of dry grammar drills and endless vocabulary lists, at least they should be. Engaging language teachers know how to make learning fun, interactive, and, dare I say, exciting. Imagine, instead of just reading about a historical event, students get to participate in a simulated debate or create a news report. When students are engaged, they're not just passively absorbing information, they're actively participating, experimenting, and making the language their own. Here's a universal truth: the more you practice something, the better you become at it. Language learning is no exception. Effective language teachers create a classroom culture where practice is not just encouraged, it's celebrated. Think of it like learning to ride a bike. You're bound to fall a few times, but with each attempt you gain more confidence, you refine your balance, and eventually you're soaring down the sidewalk. Language learning is much the same way. It takes practice, perseverance, and a supportive environment to truly flourish. Feedback, it's the breakfast of champions, or so they say. But in the context of language learning, it's more like the compass that guides students toward fluency. Effective language teachers know how to provide feedback that's both constructive and motivating. It's not about pointing out every single error with a red pen. It's about identifying areas for improvement while highlighting strengths and celebrating progress. Because ultimately, the goal is to help students become independent learners who can self-correct and continue to improve even outside the classroom. You can have all the knowledge in the world, all the best teaching methods, but without passion, it's just information. Great language teachers are passionate about their craft. They love language, they love teaching, and that enthusiasm is contagious. Think about the teachers who made a real difference in your life. When teachers are passionate, students can't help but get swept up in their enthusiasm. Now let's talk about the less glamorous but equally important side of teaching organization. A well-organized classroom is a productive classroom. Effective language teachers are masters of organization. They have well-structured lesson plans, clear learning objectives, and a knack for managing time effectively. Good organization allows teachers to focus on what matters most, their students. Think of it as building a strong foundation that allows for creativity and innovation to flourish. The goal of language learning isn't just to equip students with a new set of vocabulary words or grammar rules. It's to empower them to become independent, lifelong learners who can continue to explore language and culture long after they leave the classroom. Effective language teachers foster this autonomy by teaching students how to learn. They encourage curiosity, risk-taking, and a love of discovery, because ultimately the greatest gift a teacher can give their students is the ability to learn on their own. Imagine a student who's terrified to speak up in class, convinced they'll make a mistake and be judged. Now imagine that same student a few weeks later, confidently participating in a group discussion, their voice filled with enthusiasm. What changed? Often it's the power of a teacher who believes in them. Great language teachers understand the importance of building confidence. They create a supportive environment where students feel comfortable taking risks, making mistakes, and trying again. Because when students believe in themselves, their potential is limitless. We live in a digital age, and the world of language learning is no exception. Effective language teachers embrace technology, using it to enhance their lessons, engage students, and create a more dynamic learning experience. Think language learning apps, interactive software, online resources. The possibilities are endless. Technology can provide personalized practice, instant feedback, and access to a wealth of authentic materials. The key is to use technology thoughtfully, integrating it seamlessly into the curriculum to enrich rather than distract from the learning process. Effective language teaching isn't a one-size-fits-all endeavor. It's an ongoing process of assessment, reflection, and adaptation. Great teachers are constantly evaluating their students' progress, identifying areas where they're excelling and areas where they might need additional support. They use a variety of assessment methods, from formal tests to informal observations, to gain a comprehensive understanding of their students' needs. It's about being responsive, flexible, and always striving to improve. Imagine walking into a classroom filled with laughter, where students are engaged, enthusiastic, and eager to participate. Effective language teachers understand that learning happens best in a supportive, inclusive, and collaborative atmosphere. They create a space where students feel comfortable asking questions, sharing their ideas, and learning from each other. They foster a sense of community where everyone feels valued and respected. Because when students feel safe and supported, they're more likely to take risks, step outside their comfort zones, and embrace the challenges of language learning. So there you have it, a glimpse into the world of effective language teaching. We've covered a lot of ground, from the importance of strong language proficiency and cultural awareness to the power of engaging teaching methods and constructive feedback. But the journey doesn't end here. Teaching, like language itself, is a constantly evolving process. Remember, the most effective language teachers are lifelong learners themselves, always seeking new ways to inspire and empower their students.